Hi, everyone. I'm going to talk about independent work tasks. I'm so excited. There's a lot that I can share about independent work tasks, but if you are new, this is a great way if you're a new special education teacher, this is a great way to kind of build up student confidence in their own working abilities, being able to work on work endurance, and getting students to engage in tasks for longer periods of time. I think I hear a lot of times that staff are really struggling with getting their students to work and stay in a spot or a location for longer periods of time, and then their work tolerance and endurance needs to be increased as well. So I think independent work tasks are a great way to do that. And so I'm going to set up a couple work tasks here. And of course, I will link everything that I talk about below, so that if you are looking to set up some independent work in your classroom, maybe you just need a change from that direct instruction and need to have students working more independently, you can totally do that. So the way I set up independent work tasks, and it's not always this way, sometimes people do it a little differently, and that's totally fine. I usually start with some type of 3-drawer system, but if I don't have that, and maybe I don't have the space in my classroom to do that, I always start with these Sterilite bins. Hopefully you can read that a little bit. If not, I will link those below. They're just the shoebox containers. They're pretty thin, but they also are like pretty large so that I can have multiple of them. Yes, it does take up a little bit of a space. Something that I do if I am storing them is I will leave the lid off of them and kind of stack them on top of each other with the materials at the bottom so that it does kind of compact a little bit, because otherwise you have to put the lid on and then they all stand on top of each other and it takes up a lot of space. If you don't have cabinet space, I would say try to find some type of countertop space, floor space, to do these things, because it does take up a lot of space if you have lots of tasks. So I always start with these bins. It's like my primary, and then I add a label to the front. So typically I would laminate it, and then add Velcro on top, and then the number would go on top so that there's 2 numbers here, or 2 letters, 2 shapes, 2 animals, whatever it is, so that it does have a matching component too, of like the student would find this task and match it to it, or put the number back on it when they're done in completing it. If you are familiar with the teach method and structured teaching, this is a similar format to it, that I've kind of taken and used in my own classrooms over the years. So after I've kind of put the label on, laminate, Velcro, and then another label to go on top to match, then I would figure out what type of task do I want inside of it. Is it going to be an errorless task, which means literally just like do it, it's not wrong, however you do it? Is it going to be a put in task? So just pick up and put into something, or pick up and put on something. Again, helping work endurance, helping build that confidence. I know it's a lot of basic skill looking, but it is trying to build that work tolerance for that student. Then from there, I might go to a matching or a sorting. There's lots of different great matching and sorting tests that could be academic based, that could be fine motor based, it could be job based, that we could be working on with our students. From there, I would probably go to some type of fine motor where there's a lot of really fine motor movements. And I'm going to show you some of my tasks today that I have for that. And then maybe a vocational type of skill or an independent living type skill. So if you are looking for work tasks, I have a ton of work tasks and they're constantly growing below, so that you can grab some of these work tasks for your classroom too. So okay, let's start with this one. This is a good skill if you have some maybe high schoolers. I just grabbed some colored pieces of paper. And the task that I have, and these are all work tasks that I created, so you can buy these for your own classroom. It comes with teacher directions. So there's things that you need, or if you want the student to follow it, they can follow what they need, and directions in the written sense. But as you can see, I also have them in pictures. So maybe your student only needs the written, you have it. It's also a part of the teacher one. This is the one that I put inside on top of the cover. So this might be where I put this. So I might laminate it, I might just tape it on here. So I know what materials are going in it. And again, my student can use this. They can put this, next to them as they're working. And then I know which which top goes to which box, because that sometimes gets lost. And then I would, again, laminate everything. I laminate everything. I would put this inside the bin with the materials that that student needs. And so then they have the visual of what they need to do. So for this one, it was just staple the pieces of paper. So I'm going to put the pieces of paper in there. Maybe you have a direction of stapling the colored papers that all go together. And then I'm going to throw a little mini stapler in there. Maybe you can throw a big stapler. Again, whatever you need to do. So that would be what goes in that bin. And that's all you need in there. So I have my directions, my materials with the stapler in the bin. So that's one of them. I'm going to put this back. All right, next one I want to show you, again, more fine motor based, but rolling and cutting some Play-Doh. Maybe you want to work on cutting in a safe way. You can totally do that. Again, it comes with a written directions and with visual directions. So I need some containers of Play-Doh is my first thing. So I grabbed a couple different colors. I grabbed white and like a pink, red, and like a purple. So again, student can pick which one they want. I'll put those in there. Roll and cut the Play-Doh. So then I'm going to need a plastic knife. I'll throw that in there. Maybe a cutting board so that we can work on actually doing the skill. So again, that would just totally go in there with the directions that it needed. Obviously, there's written directions or where is it? Yeah, here they are. The visual directions too. So that again would all go in there. Another work test that I have that I really do love is, again, very fine motor base. It's stringing beads onto a pipe cleaner. So it shows them they have a the set of pipe cleaners. They have some beads. I actually have one already on a string for you. And you need to string them on. And so once all the beads are on the string, you are all done. So it helps tell the student what they need to do. Again, visual directions and written directions are all really helpful. So you can use it for a variety of levels, variety of learners. Let me get some of these beads out of the way. A couple others that I'm going to show you that I have. Again, similar type of concept of maybe a job skill that you want to work on. Putting a paper clip on a note card. So this one is literally just like pick up a note card, put on a paper clip, and then you are done. So that's what this one is, and just keep going until you are all done. So this one has paper clips and some cards and the directions in there. The last one I'm going to show you, I have seriously so much more, and I think at some point I will probably go through which sets that I have for you and kind of walk you through a little bit more of those. But this one is more academic, and I think I've heard lately that lots of people are looking for more academic type work tasks. So this one is matching either the initial sound or the letter. So like E is for elephant. B is for ball. So this could be a skill that they're working on, maybe even with a peer, like and then they have to find the picture that goes with it. Oh, apple. Or A. Or they picked up maybe a picture of a cat. Cat, and then be able to find C. So it's a good memory matching type game. And I have all the letters, like all of the letters. So there's lots of pictures here, great visual supports, and these are real pictures. So this is a work task that I have available. If that's what you're looking for. Again, I will leave all of my links below. I know this was super quick, but if you're setting up work tasks, I want you to know it does take time. Each year that I was a teacher, I said I was going to build 10 tasks a year. So yes, by my 8th year, I had 80 tasks that I was set up for my classroom. But I started with 10. I started with 2 really basic tasks. Maybe it was errorless or put in, 2 matching, 2 sorting, 2 that were more vocationally type based. Maybe it was like sorting silverware. And then I grew from there. I was like, okay, I have more students coming in that need more basic skills. So that I built those up. Okay, and the next year I have more students that need more intense skills. So again, maybe I built up that. So it does take time. It does cost money. I have put together an Amazon wish list that hopefully will save you some money, but a lot of this stuff you can get at a dollar store, which I absolutely love. You don't have to waste a whole lot of money on tasks because likely you'll have to replenish them too. So, um, make sure to come back for more next week. We are talking all about different types of work tasks, independent tasks, centers, this month. So just make sure you're coming back for more videos. Thanks.